welcome all my guests, Shri D.K. Agrawal, Chair ICC Gujarat Council, Mr. Nandish Shukla, the DI Chairman, Deen Dayal Port Authority. Our special address, Professor Dr. Jitesh Thakkar, Dean Academies, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. Special address to Shri Mahendra Singh, CEO of Gujarat Maritime Cluster, Shri Mahendra Shah, Chairman and MD Trans India Limited, Shri Shukant Mishra, MD Octagon International FSCO, and Shri Ratnesh Nair, this is the Regional Director, Indian Chamber of Commerce. So I welcome all the guests over here, and can I have again a big round of applause for all the guests? So again, there is a warm welcome from ICC, the Indian Chamber of Commerce, and I welcome all the honorable guests on the dais. And well, we will go for the inauguration. We will have the light lamping over here. And may I call, sir? Yeah. So we will inaugurate the ceremony with the lamp lighting over here. So again, I welcome all the guests, Shri D.K. Agrawal, the Chair ICC Gujarat Council, Professor Jitesh Thakkar, Dean Academics, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, Shri Mahendra Singh, CEO of Gujarat Maritime Cluster, Shri Mahendra Shah, Chairman and MD of V-Trans India Limited, Shri Shukant Mishra, MD of Octagon International FSCO, Shri Ratnesh Nair, the Regional Director, Indian Chamber of Commerce. So well, moving on to next. We will do this facilitation of the dais of Shri D.K. Agrawal, the Chairman of ICC Gujarat Council. We will facilitate Mr. Nandish Shukla, the TI Chairman, Deen Dayal Port Authority. Shri Mahendra Shah, Chairman and MD of V-Trans India Limited. Shri Mahendra Shah, Chairman and MD of V-Trans India Limited. Shri Shukant Mishra, MD of Octagon International FSCO. Shri Madhavendra Sri, CEO of India Gujarat Maritime Cluster. Mr. Ratnesh Nair will facilitate Shri D.K. Agrawal, the Chairman of ICC Indian Council. Thank you so much all the guests over here. It's an honor for ICC to have all the dignitaries over here on the stage. So I will welcome Shri D.K. Agrawal, the Chair, ICC Gujarat Council, to share some words with us.
Good morning, everybody. Namaste, and welcome to this conclave. It gives me great pleasure as a chairman of ICC Gujarat chapter on behalf of ICC Calcutta and ICC Western Zone Mumbai to welcome you all here. I feel very much honored and delighted to welcome you on this conclave of Smart Supply Chain Management Systems 23 by empowering efficiency through digital transformation organized by ICC. First of all, I would welcome Shri Rajput ji, but due to some cabinet meetings, he is unable to come, but he has sent his good wishes to us that for the success of this conclave and for the development of the trade and industry. Next, I would like to welcome Shri Nandesh Shukla ji, Deputy Chairman, Deen Dayal Port Trust, Kandla, Shri Jitesh Thakkar, Dr. Jitesh Thakkar, Dean Academics from Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, Shri Manvendra Singh, CEO Gujarat Maritime Cluster, he is also here with us, Shri Mahendra Shah, CEO, Chairman MD, V-Trans, sir, you're welcome here. Shri Shukant Mishra, I'm really honored that you all the way have come from Dubai just for this conclave. A good applause, round of applause for this Mr. Mishra. He is, I really appreciate his efforts. He just came yesterday evening from Dubai and to attend this conclave. I would like to add one word in this. You see, from our Gujarat, Western zone, our next target is UAE, that is Dubai. And I'm hopeful with his presence here, we shall be able to very good trade and industry business with Gujarat and Dubai. I hope he will help us in all the way in this matter. Thank you, sir. Shri Ritesh Nair, Regional Director from Mumbai, ICC, and our most respected and renowned speakers, panelists from various disciplines, presidents of various chambers and associations, Gujarat, and our valued guests and dignitaries on the dais and off the dais who have gathered here to grace the occasion of this supply chain, smart supply chain management system. As you all are aware that today's uncertain and turbulent markets, the most modern supply chain worldwide, ensures real-time information exchange between partners. The challenge today is to create and manage smart supply chain with full of new technology that will make possible an interaction between supply chain members. Moreover, smart means, when we say smart, what do we exactly mean by smart? See, supply chain is okay, but when we add a word smart to it, it must have some meaning. So smart word here signifies that the supply chain, which is intelligent and capable to make certain decisions without human involvement. That is how we call it smart. You are aware that our AI, artificial intelligence, is working on this level, and it's as on date, about 20% of work is done by AI instruments. India, with diversified trade and vast area in our length and breadth, is to be serviced through logistics for procurement and deliveries of goods, all type of goods and services. In this context, the said conclave shall give an insight on smart supply chain management system using advanced technologies like AI and automated data analysis and methods to optimize the flow of goods and services from suppliers to the consumers. The digital smart supply process uses GPS tracking systems, RF identification systems, barcodes, smart labels, location-based data, wireless sensors, etc. for efficient and cost-effective flow of goods and services from raw material through to the delivery of the consumer by including all the digital methods, that is management systems involving planning, servicing of goods, sourcing of goods, manufacturing, deliveries, and specific returns. Smart supply chain management attempts to centrally control and link all these processes to create efficient logistics systems. This management system is considered to be more adaptive, cost-effective, and all other related benefits are available to us. Smart supply chain system is characterized by unlimited probabilities and effective and efficient information management, overwhelming human perspectives and possibilities. To conclude, I am sure that this conclave will help and informative to all the concerned. Other but prominent speakers shall be able to provide more insight to the topic. Lastly, I once again extend my warm welcome to all and convey my grateful thanks to all the VIPs and dignitaries who have spared their valuable time to attend this conclave. Thank you very much. Good day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shri D.K. Agrawal, the Chair ICC Gujarat Council, for the welcome speech. Further, as I told you, that Mr. Shri Balwant Singh Rajput is not able to come because of some meeting with CM. I will request Mr. Nandish Shukla, the Deputy Chairman, Deen Dayal Port Authority, to come over here and just to give a speech.
Is it all right if I speak in Hindi? Just one job. साथी अधिकारीगण, चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स के विभिन्न प्रतिनिधि, उपस्थित देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सबका आज की कॉन्फ्रेंस में बहुत बहुत स्वागत। सबसे पहले एक डिस्क्लेमर, मैं इस स्पीच के लिए बिल्कुल तैयार नहीं था, लेकिन तब भी अब चूंकि मैं यहाँ पर हूँ तो जो इस बारे में मैं सोचता हूँ लगता है मुझे बता देना चाहिए आपको। अभी देखिए, अभी जो हम लोगों का विश्व है ये एक बहुत ही संक्रमण के दौर से गुजर रहा है। इसमें चीज़ें बहुत तेज़ी से बदल रही हैं और सप्लाई चेन एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो कि अब लोकल नहीं है, ग्लोबल है और हर तरफ से चीज़ें आती हैं, कहीं बनती हैं, कहीं जाती हैं, कहीं कंजम्पशन होता है। पॉइंट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, पॉइंट ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, पॉइंट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन और पॉइंट ऑफ कंजम्पशन इतना ड्रास्टिकली अलग है कि आज से 100 साल पहले इसकी किसी ने कल्पना नहीं की थी। और ये बनता है इस पर कि कहाँ से लागत कम आएगी और कहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा मुनाफे में चीज़ें हम बेच सकते हैं, यही हमारा एक कंसिडरेशन है। लेकिन अभी पिछले 10-15 सालों में जो चीज़ें बदली हैं और जिस तरह से दुनिया में वैश्विक जियोपॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन जो है तेजी से डिटोरिएट किया है, हम लोग ये सब सोचने पर विवश हो गए हैं कि क्या केवल कॉस्ट कटिंग, कीमत में कटौती या मुनाफा ही सप्लाई चेन का आधार हो सकता है। क्या इसमें एक रिजिलियंस, क्या इसमें एक रिडंडेंसी बिल्टअप करने का टाइम नहीं आ गया है? जैसे अभी आपने देखिए 2 दिन पहले की खबर है, जो रेड सी में, लाल सागर में जो गोलीबारी चल रही है, उसके बाद से कई बड़ी शिपिंग कंपनीज ने अपने जहाज वहाँ से घुमा दिए हैं। अब वो केप ऑफ गुड होप साउथ अफ्रीका से घूम कर आएंगे। तो जो भी यहाँ पर शिप्स का काम करते हैं, भरत जी अच्छी तरह जानते हैं कि एकदम से जो आपका जो ट्रांजिट टाइम था वो 25 से 30% बढ़ गया है, लागत भी करीब इतनी बढ़ गई। उससे करस्पॉन्डिंग जो आपके ऑर्डर्स थे वो सब चेंज हुए हैं। आपका सप्लाई चेन एक झटके में हेवायर हो गया है। तो इसमें रिडंडेंसी की ज़रूरत है, हमें इसमें देखने की ज़रूरत है कि कैसे हम इसको बचा सकते हैं, कैसे हमारा मल्टीपल सोर्सेज हों, मल्टीपल पॉइंट ऑफ वो हो, हमारे तरकश में एक से ज़्यादा तीर हो। इसके लिए मोर देन एवर डिजिटलाइजेशन की ज़रूरत है। और डिजिटलाइजेशन भी साधारण डिजिटलाइजेशन नहीं, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, वो मॉडल्स जो अपने आप से सीखते हों, जो लगातार सीखते हों, जो विश्व में घटनाएं घट रही हैं उनको अपने अंदर आत्मसात करते हुए, उसको अपने मॉडल में फैक्टर इन करते हुए सप्लाई चेन की जो स्ट्रेंथ है उसको बचा सके। तो ये जो विषय आज का आपने रखा है ये बड़ा कंटेम्परेरी है, बड़ा समयोपरि है, क्योंकि जब भारत तेजी से $5 ट्रिलियन या उसके भी आगे जाने की सोच रहा है और हम कहते हैं कि 2047 तक हम $33 ट्रिलियन का सपना देखते हैं, हम एक बहुत एक्सप्लोसिव ग्रोथ के लिए तैयार हैं। ये सब चीज़ें ऐसी हैं कि जो हम लोगों को अपनी इंडस्ट्री में, अपने पोर्ट्स में, अपने नोड्स में, हर एक लॉजिस्टिक नोड में इसको बिल्ट इन करना पड़ेगा, ताकि हम जब ग्लोबल अगर अनसर्टेनिटी हो उसके सामने बिखरे नहीं, बल्कि उड़ने के लिए तैयार रहें। ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। हम लोग कांडला पोर्ट का भी मैं आपको बताता हूँ। हम लोगों का जो पोर्ट है वो वैसे तो भारत का सबसे बड़ा मेजर पोर्ट है ट्रैफिक के हिसाब से, लेकिन डिजिटलाइजेशन में हम लोग सबसे पीछे थे। हम 12 पोर्ट में 12वें नंबर पे थे, और अगर 12 पोर्ट में 13वां पायदान होता तो हम 13वें में होते। हमारा जो रजिस्टर मैनुअल इंटरवेंशन ये 2 साल पहले तक था, लेकिन हम लोग भी कमर कसे हुए हैं। तो अभी हम लोगों ने RFID ऑटोमेशन, एक पोर्ट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, ये सब हम लाए हैं, ये सब आ रहे हैं, और धीरे धीरे हमारा पोर्ट भी उस तरह से बन रहा है। स्टोरेज स्पेस, वेयर हाउसिंग की यहाँ पे आज बात होगी। कांडला पोर्ट में तो वेयर हाउस ही नहीं थे, अभी तो हम लोगों ने काफ़ी कुछ उसको रीजनरेट किया है, काफ़ी नए वेयर हाउस बन रहे हैं, और ये जिस सिस्टम से गवर्न होंगे हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि वो स्मार्ट हो, उसमें एलोकेशन ऐसा हो कि पोर्ट का और पोर्ट के यूज़र्स का ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा भला हो सके। तो आपकी तरह इस क्षेत्र में मैं भी, आपको कोई लेक्चर देने का मुझे अधिकार नहीं, हम भी सीख रहे हैं, लेकिन ये हम सबको सीखना होगा, और हम सबको अगर प्रगति में आगे बढ़ना है तो डिजिटलाइजेशन को आत्मसात करना होगा। और ये भारत एक बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण है इस बात का कि डिजिटलाइजेशन से क्या हो सकता है। अभी जो पिछले 9-10 साल में जिस तरह से बैंक खाते खुले हैं, जिस तरह से डिजिटलाइजेशन हुआ है, हर आदमी से डायरेक्ट बैंक ट्रांसफ़र संभव हुआ है, उसके चलते आप देख पा रहे हैं कि जो मिडिल मैन हैं, जो बीच के लोग हैं, वो हटे हैं। योजनाओं के व्यय में कटौती हुई है, मगर उसके जो लाभार्थी हैं, उसके जो बेनिफिशियरी हैं, उनकी संख्या बढ़ी है। तो ये कितना प्रचंड कार्य कर सकता है देश के लिए, क्योंकि बहुत पहले 1980 के आसपास ये कहा जाता था कि जब रुपया चलता है तो घिसता है। जो दिल्ली से अगर 1 रुपया चलता है तो वो जो पहुँचते पहुँचते 20 पैसे बचता है, मगर आज ये अनुपात कम से कम उल्टा हो चुका है, और ये बहुत बड़ा चेंज है। और हमने देखा है कि कैसे पब्लिक लाइफ में डिजिटलाइजेशन से कितना कटौती हुआ है व्यय में, और कितना लाभ में फ़ायदा हुआ है। तो क्यों ना इसको यहाँ पे भी अपनाएं, लॉजिस्टिक्स को हम लोग बेहतर बनाएं। मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। मैं फिर क्षमा चाहता हूँ, मैं बिना तैयारी के बोला, लेकिन इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए मैं आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. So well, thank you so much again, sir. Mr. Nandesh Shukla, so nice. Matlab, everything was so much set, everything. So well, next I will request Professor Dr. Jitesh Thakkar, the Dean Academies, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, the special address to this program. So please may I request Professor Dr. Jitesh Thakkar to please come on the stage.
I was just asking what is the timer I should set. Typically when we talk about the smart supply chain and the various. So distinguished speakers, eminent guests, and my dear audience from academia, industry, and the various government agencies, it is extremely happy to be here and see that we have quite a diversified pool to interact, exchange our views, and together see that what revolutionary change we can bring in the supply chain of India. So it's an era of transparency and exchange of real-time information, and that is exactly where we can see the pitch of this particular conference. Rightly, I would say Sri A.K. Agrawal ji and Mr. Nandesh Shukla ji, they have set the platform by giving a very good overview of smart supply chain and what actually we need to do in the days to come, I will take this point forward and exchange couple of more information. Maybe I am from academia, so some research, and try to help you to appreciate that what kind of advancements are essential, necessary in the domain of smart supply chain. So I want to thank CII for really inviting us, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. It is the first university, central university, India's first in transportation and logistics domain. So China and other countries, they had already established this university in transportation, but India had no university. So it is the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And then they established this university at Vadodara. I was previously a professor at IIT Kharagpur, and subsequently I came to Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. So my talk would broadly cover why supply chain needs smart technology, what are the challenges and opportunities in adoption and implementation of smart technology, what are the key areas to address, and what could be the possible implementation roadmap. So I have just framed my talk around these 4 questions. So digital transformation, when we look at, certainly it has all the 3 areas. One is technology, other is processes, and third is the human resource. Typically we are created, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya is created to bridge the gap between these 2. You have the technology, there are many startups, even many opportunities are available to develop in-house technology. There are processes that requires re-engineering, but in between we need this skilled human resource in transport and logistics sector. So digital transformation, in my view, is both complex and challenging because of 4 Ds that need to be addressed. Number 1 is our democracy, rightly as our Honorable Prime Minister said, which leads to demography related issues, then decisiveness, and 4th is the demand. So when I am dealing with the diversity, I am dealing with the variety, and I have to assure the availability of the right product in right quantity at right place with right quality. You may add few more hours. Then there is no other way. Adapting the smart technology, embedding the smart technology in the form of IoT, RFID, AI/ML, whatever, cloud technology is the only way to go ahead. The most popular technologies that people are adopting is e-commerce integration, then cloud computing. Small and medium scale enterprises certainly previously were in a way deprived from this kind of technology because of cost, and not only the procurement cost but the implementation cost. Now with the help of cloud servers available on a rental basis, these services are quite easily available. The third domain which people are harnessing is the artificial intelligence. 4th is your IoT. We all want real-time monitoring. If I talk about our funding agencies, Ministry of Railway, then many times we come across rail derailment, safety issues, isn't it? So still the adoption of IoT and real-time monitoring of the track conditions, and hence initiating the maintenance or predictive maintenance is quite in an infancy stage. And the 4th one is blockchain. So it's a shared ledger, cryptocurrency, blockchain. This technology is also helping to improve the transparency and availability of the real-time information. And the 6th one that I see is the supply chain digital twins. This is little in the advanced stage, but as the complexity increases, we will need this supply chain digital twins. If you look at the scenario, then maybe just 1.5 years, 2 years have gone. We have become free from COVID, but COVID has really drawn the attention of industries into these smart technologies. Newer platforms are developed, and this IT solutions and its wide adaptability across sector has become visible. So then industries and academia together, they started working on supply chain 4.0. So typically this helps to streamline the flow of goods throughout the value chain. It harnesses the latest technology, your IoT. For warehousing, rightly it is said, you need robotics and big data to make supply chain faster, smoother and more customer friendly. We can think about unified demand forecast, optimized inventory and deliveries that adapt on the all level across the supply chain through automation. Big data and automation are reshaping the supply chain as a part of supply chain 4.0. If you look at the predictive analytics, which is now fueled by weather, social trends, sensor data, then all this putting together slashes forecast error by 30 to 50%. This is a significant achievement. So I really want to congratulate and compliment the industries which are present here. I interacted with few, those who are helping the service sector and manufacturing by delivering the customized IT solutions, and this really helps them to cut down their inventory and logistics costs significantly. So I would say it's the time to say goodbye to fixed safety stocks. We are living quite in a dynamic world. I will also present some statistics. Typically, see, we all order from Amazon and Flipkart and all that, and you see the nature of today's customer, within no time they will take the decision and book the return. So means from our side it's a convenience. If you look at then managing the reverse logistics and then again putting that product into main line, it's a really tough task, and this is only possible through greater degree of transparency. There is a study conducted, and it basically tries to analyze that when you say as a part of smart supply chain, AI and machine learning, blockchain, robotics and automation, ERP enhancement, IoT, scan and intelligent data capture, control tower visibility activation, planning or forecasting based solutions and collaborative tools, all this is a part of your smart supply chain solution. Depending upon the need of industry, customization can take place. Then the survey was conducted that what is the adoption, or when you talk about supply chain, and a very well-known framework industries are using is the SCORE framework, supply chain operations reference model. So SCORE frameworks emphasizes on 4 domains, that is plan, source, make and deliver. So it has been surveyed that industries, they are almost about 33% adopting all these various technology, the compass of technology at the planning stage, 25% is the source stage, 26% is at the make stage, 26% at the deliver stage and so on. So this is just a representative survey to indicate that there is still a significant scope and identify the bottleneck and why industries are feeling bit resistant in adopting the technology. There are various examples to motivate us. Amazon uses now, many of us are aware, drones, robots, AI automation, optimized warehousing. You can watch a fantastic video on YouTube where warehousing, automation of warehousing by Amazon is demonstrated. Delivery and customer service. So this is one of the quite exciting example, and they use cloud computing and data integration to enable real-time visibility and coordination. Similarly, Walmart, they use blockchain to track and trace food products from farm to fork, ensuring food safety, quality, and they do use the technology of cloud computing, data analytics to improve their supplier collaboration and inventory management. Similarly, there are many examples, but let us look at India. We are not far behind. So in India, we have ULIP, Unified Logistics Interface Platform, as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat, as a part of our PM Gati Shakti Master Plan. So we have 2 pillars. One is PM Gati Shakti Master Plan, other is the National Logistics Policy. Master Plan will ensure the infrastructure, let it be Udan, Bharatmala, Sagarmala, and from there only the name of our university is drawn. PM Gati Shakti Master Plan. If we have to execute the PM Gati Shakti Master Plan, we will need the human resource, and this human resource will be provided in days to come by the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. So in fact, government has decided the name of our university. So ULIP is one of the feature as a part of National Logistics Policy implemented on 17th September 2022. And ULIP has a dedicated portal that makes the process of data request simple, faster, transparent. See, industries, we are also measuring the ease of doing business and leads. Like at international level, we have logistics performance index. At our nation level, we have derived a similar index like leads, and that also helps us to benchmark the performance of logistics across various industry. And certainly the states which are performing well, it is only because of their adoption of technology. I would consider a couple of elements as a part of enabler, implementation of smart technology in supply chain, and the results expected as enhanced visibility. So we are looking for real-time data availability, transparency, inventory level, supplier performance, shipment tracking, reducing lead time and stockouts. The second domain which I am expecting from my smart technology as a part of my digital smart supply chain is predictive analytics. So here my expectation is to enable data-driven decision. I gave you the example of railway tracks monitoring, leading to improved forecast accuracy. The third dimension that we look for as a part of smart supply chain is agile responsiveness. So reduction in time taken to adapt supply chain operations to market fluctuations. Considering the geographical and market and consumer diversity, industries are forced to customize their supply chain or configure their supply chain structure as fast as possible. What to ship from where, who will supply, whether I should dispatch in partial truckload or full truckload. So there are thousands of constraints and decision making. Automation and efficiency, I am concerned about decreasing processing time, reduce error rates, and interconnected ecosystem. So these are a couple of important areas, or rather the perceived benefits industry they are looking for, and we are in the process of developing the various solutions across industry segment to achieve this goal. As a part of Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, we are offering programs under School of Technology and School of Management. We have BTech in Electrical Engineering, Mechanical, Civil, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. That is the new program we have introduced, and BTech in Electronics. Across all programs, we have significantly harnessed the technology component because we are unique university with unique mandate. It is not just offering BTech program. Our each BTech program or MBA program includes significant credits for transportation and logistics. So across all the programs, when they would be studying at par with other IITs, we have 20% to 25% credits allotted for technology driven solutions to improve and enhance the efficiency of our logistics and transportation. So that is where we stand. And finally, as a remark, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya is mandated by Government of India to design, develop and deliver the courses in multimodal logistics covering all modes of transport. So because our funding agency is railway, many a times our focus is interpreted in a narrow way that we are only into railway, but no, we are starting the program now with all IT enabled technology in port logistics from this year, MBA in port logistics, MBA in multimodal transportation and MTech in intelligent transport system. So all these programs you would be able to see, and we as a university will certainly try to ensure that whatever human resource, skilled human resource industry needs, we should be able to provide it perpetually. Thank you very much. Once again, thanks to CII for organizing such a wonderful event. Indian Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Professor Jitesh J. Thakkar from Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya for the special address. Next from the dais, I want to invite for special address Sri Madhvendra Singh, CEO of Gujarat Maritime Cluster.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. It's always a pleasure to speak with the stakeholders of the maritime industry. And you know what? We all know, in fact, while I was coming here and I was sitting in the outside having my breakfast, I got a notification that your delivery has reached the warehouse in Gandhinagar. So that's the speed of supply chain. So very subject matter that we're talking about is very important. We're talking about efficiency through digital transformation. And let me tell you one thing, that I'm alumnus of IIT Delhi, and we have incubated a lot of startups in this sector. This transformation, the digital transformation, is not a luxury anymore. It's actually critical for your business. And people, and I'm sure you don't want to become the Kodaks and the Nokias and the Blackberries of yesterday if you don't change. If you don't change, you'll not exist. That's what the mantra is today. In fact, when I was listening to the chairman also, he mentioned that they're wanting to go to Dubai. In fact, all our efforts are to bringing back people from Dubai to Gift City. Because I'm stationed in Gift City. We're trying to bring back all the people from Dubai, from the Singapore, all my fellow business people who have gone out of India for those tax and the fiscal benefits, the process, ease of doing business. This is what we are wanting to do for them, that we are making new provisions in the Gift City under the IFSCA. And urging all our partners who have gone abroad to come back, because now the ecosystem is ready for you. In fact, let me also tell you, as before I begin the subject matter, we all are standing at the cusp of a very rewarding and a just transition. And this is the time we have all survived for so long. Now the time has come to thrive. We all have to work together. I don't want to get into too much of intricate English, talking about this and that, but I'm very happy to note that people are actually talking about the concepts of blockchain and digital twins. They are enablers for businesses, and people who understand about them, they have immense potential, because understand what technology is bringing to us. It's been there for a long time. It's satisfying the fundamental need of a human being to be free. The freedom is at the core of every technological transformation that happens. Freedom from inefficiency, freedom from discrimination, freedom from injustice. If you're doing a business, you want to enforce your contractual rights, you must be provided that environment where you can enforce your contractual rights with efficiency, with time and cost efficiencies. And I understand that all businessmen, they're working for the profits, and that is what must be always kept at the fore. Must provide environments where the businesses can grow. Colloquially speaking, the maritime industry is actually the backbone of the global economy. And unfortunately, this industry is also always at the forefront, bearing the brunt of all disruptions, global disruptions that happen, and any kind of a geopolitical instability which arises in the world. It's a maritime sector. Given the very nature of this sector, that it is international, it's connecting multiple jurisdictions, has its own conflict of laws, but since it has an international nature, any kind of geopolitical instability that we're seeing in the Red Sea, or what happened with the sanctions with Russia or Iran earlier, does impact in a very big way the whole industry. Like, we could charter ships to bring in gas from Russia, but we couldn't insure them because nobody was providing insurance to the ships. So that is another concept or an understanding that we have now that we are growing as an economy, as a country, and competing to be the $5 trillion economy or a $20 to $35 trillion economy by 2047. We need to empower ourselves, where the concept that what I am thinking of that we're going to work with is design, build, fund, insure, operate, and recycle in India. And in my fundamental thinking, where there are ships, the whole ecosystem will grow. So that is why that we are wanting the ship owners to grow in India. You own ships, you charter ships, you ply ships from here, automatically the whole industry is going to grow. Of course, we're talking about a lot of uncertainties in the future where technology can be a savior for us. A simple example if I give you about the fuel of the future. And none of us knows actually what is going to be the fuel of the future. And people who are building ships have long lives, 25 years, 30 years. If somebody who's building a ship today must know that which fuel the ship is going to run on. And also the bunkers, which are not available at all ports for all kind of fuels. That ship's captain, if he's doing his voyage planning, must know in advance that which port is going to provide which bunker to him or not. Otherwise, he's going to reroute it. The industry, the three pillars of the industry which we're talking about is agility, of course. One is adaptability and the resilience. And these words are very English common words, but if you go into the depth of it, they have strategic frameworks to it. And that's where the technology actually plays a major role. I was reading in fact, we have launched the Leads 23 report also recently, with the DPIIT is doing it. And with the Logistics Performance Index, we still stand at somewhere around 40 plus, and globally. And all that we're talking about is why India still has its cost of logistics in double digits. Figures I can't quote because I don't know whether it's 12%, 15%, 17%, there are different figures people are quoting. But global standard is certainly less than 10, it is in single digits. If we were to bring down the cost of logistics, try and understand 8% of the GDP is getting wasted in the inefficiency. Industry is operating almost at an inefficiency of 35 to 40%. That's where the visibility comes in. But I would not deny this fact that this is a highly competitive business and people like to keep their secrets close to their hearts. The visibility, getting data for assimilation and analysis from the maritime sector is really not easy. But if we were to understand and the global impact of it, if we were to have an integrated maritime ecosystem where we are sharing data willfully, then probably we can actually get a visibility into where the bottlenecks lie. And what gets measured only gets managed. So gone are the days when I would want to not provide insight or visibility into my operations. It's the time because, many people, there are different schools of thought when it also came to Google hearing into your phone 24/7, or iPhone still clicking pictures every 30 seconds even if you don't switch on your phone. Even if you don't use your phone. See, there are two ways. One guy thinks that it is breach on my privacy, but other way to think is that they're trying to improve your efficiency of doing things. When they understand that how you work, they can probably provide you better, technological interventions to your life to make it more easier. It's not always about breaching your privacy or getting into your personal life. Nobody is really interested in what you're doing. But the technology is always at the forefront of the curve of change. And that is why it is important to understand that where the whole spectrum lies. Now, we are all talking about the artificial intelligence. I'll tell you one concept. It's a philosophical or a psychological concept. जिस चीज़ के बारे में आप सबसे ज़्यादा सुनते हैं ना, probably that's not important. जिस चीज़ के बारे में आप नहीं सुनते हैं, that's where the world is working. Initially, we started to talk a lot about artificial intelligence. But today, do you hear much about artificial intelligence? Reports here and there, but nobody actually telling you. But I'm telling you, never ever underestimate the power of artificial intelligence. People are talking about things. The only thing the machines can't replicate is your consciousness and nothing else. Machines are much, much better than all of us collectively. They can do everything much better than us, except, of course, the consciousness, where they can't really behave like humans. But that's not important. There is a colonization happening. The world is becoming bipolar, where the people with AI, people without AI are, of course, going to be joining different groups. So get real deep insights into what AI is doing, and wherever you get an opportunity, please try and evolve your businesses where AI can use. Of course, it has to start with the big data. Big data is like 1 terabytes of data, at least to have some kind of a structured data. From there, you put that data, feed into machines, the machine learnings. From the machine learning, the algorithms will try and understand what kind of pattern is emerging with the test data, and then on their own, they will start understanding what's going on. So that's where the artificial intelligence is very important. and it's very, very relevant of today's world. Now, let me give you a insight into what we are thinking of doing is, we are wanting to do the most ambitious project the world has ever ventured on. The closest that comes is the trade lens, where the Mercks and the CPA, CGMs and all those big companies, DP Worlds, came together to provide a digital platform for trade transactions. Trade lens, I'm sure people have heard about it. If you're in the maritime business, I'm sure you've heard what trade lens is. Only the Adani port and the Kochi shipyard actually connected with the trade lens, but trade lens is failing now because the problems of breaching the electronic bills of lading, which are digital and not on blockchain. So that's where the concept of blockchain-based electronic bills of lading has come in. UNCITRAL and UNCLOS both provide for acceptance of digital documents. India and the G20 countries have accepted the manifesto of accepting digital documents during G20. So there is a whole ecosystem which is being built. And as I speak today, in the last 1 year, there have been more than 30 million electronic bills of lading, but I am sure none of us sitting here has actually seen an electronic bill of lading recently. So, and all the agreements that we use with the charter party or bills of lading, they're mostly standard forms and taken by references. And the intent is that unless you automate these agreements and convert them to smart contracts, it's far-fetched to talk about artificial intelligence and automation in the industry. So these agreements, that's what we're wanting to do is the BIMCOs and those kind of organizations which are providing the standard form contracts and agreements to convert them all into smart contracts where algorithms will automatically know what's happening and all your data is interconnected from ports or from ships. Everything is getting connected through satellite. And I'm also very proud to state that India is launching its own indigenous maritime satellite network. And this is a startup which has been started by a few people who have come out of ISRO, the SSC. And as I speak, they've just finished their incubation in US, the Techstars, with a NASA-funded organization. And they're going to launch satellites on demand. And these satellites are completely dedicated to providing visibility into maritime assets. Do we even know that how much of idle blast lying on the high seas as of now? It's complete inefficiency. That's because we don't know. We don't have the cargo exchange programs where we know which cargo is going on, what's going to the return cargo. And many of the ships are actually going idle blast back and forth. It's complete waste of tonnage. And with the geopolitical shifts also, I'm seeing there's a big shift in the global supply chain routes, where it's actually creating an imbalance in supply and demand. So that's what is creating all kind of volatility in the market. And people and businesses, again, things come in conflict with each other. You talk about efficiencies, just-in-time and Kanbans. Then you talk about resilience, you need to have buffering also. So where do we do? What does people do? People should have warehouses or not have warehouses? That's a big question. If you can have deliveries just in time, you can have manufacturing and deliveries just in time, why do you need warehouses? But warehousing is a big concept. The amount of money that has gone into this warehouse management systems has grown twice in the last 2 years, from almost 200 billion probably to $400 billion. That's what the warehouse management companies are working on. And then let me now come to the most important aspect of it. I selectively would like to choose some words. I mean, when we think, the mediocres think of hard infrastructures and market strategies. Legends think of soft infrastructures and non-market strategies. That's what China is doing with Silk Road initiatives. They've gone long bank and taken away all the rare earth minerals. So that's what, so if we have to really come to that status of developed nation, we have to think about non-market strategic endeavors and also think of soft infrastructure. So initially when I spoke about ship owning, that's the trilogy that we are trying to build, is the trilogy of shipping finance, insurance, and arbitration. We want to do businesses, but there's a lack of finance available. Indian flags are not financed globally. We know that. And Indian banks don't even have the expertise to finance ships. So that's where the problem lies. So we are curating special programs with elite institutions to empower and skill our bankers to understand how the shipping finance work, where ship can be used as an asset to give you a loan and not have a collateral of a commercial land or something in addition to that. So, and then ships have tenures, they have their own cash flows, and they understand the whole business. The restructuring can be done whenever required. Internationally, it is happening. But unfortunately, in India, it's not happening. So we are trying to bring in that awareness. Second is with respect to insurance, I spoke to you about. Even during GMIS, we did a panel with the finance minister as the chair. And there has been big focus on creating a P&I insurance. H&M is being done. The P&I insurance club, probably out of Gift City, to provide that kind of a cover also to our own ships. Now, not going much farther away from the subject matter, but something very important I must tell you is, when I spoke about the freedom from injustice, every businessman must have the power to enforce his rights, the contractual rights, and that's where the arbitration comes in. We are not hearing about it, but it is essential and critical. In fact, these, in charter parties you see clause written, London and the laws of London will apply, isn't it? That's all. It's a pathological clause. If your dispute happens, you are having a problem. You don't know where to resolve disputes. And unfortunately, all the maritime disputes are being resolved in London. But we want to create an ecosystem in India where your disputes can be resolved more efficiently with less cost. So GMC, the Gujarat Maritime Cluster, we are the trilogy for the business. That's where connecting the government regulators with academia and industry, identifying the bottlenecks and making propositions to the government, how we can remove these bottlenecks. Also, we are also the industry's voice. We are understanding your issues and problems and projecting it. And if at all, if we can make in the process changes, we are wanting to do it. And fortunately, we are also based out of Gift Cities and the IFSCA. There are a lot of tax benefits. There are 10 years tax holiday. There is no corporate tax. There is no tax on your business incomes. And then there is no withholding tax. There are many other things which you can benefit. There is a specific ship leasing framework which will allow people to own ships, lease ships, charter ships out of Gift City. And we're also, that whole framework that I spoke to you about, something which is unique, and one of the ambitious projects we are wanting to venture on is completely a blockchain-based platform. Of course, that immutability concept will mitigate the problems of breach of your digital documents. So it's important that we migrate to the blockchain platform, and that's where we're integrating the satellite networks, we're integrating the fintech also, and the trade financing, the insurance, reinsurance with your arbitrations, all, because since algorithms are doing everything, it becomes very easy for them to understand who's right, who's wrong in your business transactions. The rights and liabilities can be balanced and can be resolved pretty quickly. So, in the last, I just want to emphasize on one thing is that technology has been at the forefront of that much required change, whether it is shipborne systems on the ports or the way the operations are done, or even in the hinterland and the domestic market or the international markets, like we talked about, from the place of origin to place of consumption. The whole end-to-end visibility is very important, and technology is playing a very important role. And it is for us to basically plug into that and then be time ready at least to make our businesses more efficient and more agile and resilient. Also, it's just not a very rewarding and a just transition. Actually, we are all in the midst of a renaissance. It's time for us to really celebrate, come together and work together and make this business grow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, Shri Malvindra Singh, the CEO of Gujarat Maritime Cluster, for this special address. Next, going forward, I would like to invite Shri Mahendra Shah, Chairman and MD of VTrans India Limited, to give a keynote address to the program. So please welcome Shri Mahendra Shah, Chairman and MD of VTrans India Limited.
Good morning and welcome to you all. Respected Mr. A.K. Agrawalji, I welcome all of you. Now today, first thing, the topic selected by Indian Chamber of Commerce is most appropriate for the situation that's happening in the country. I mean, I'm talking of commercial situation. Smart supply chain. Supply chain is the backbone of success of any organization, or for that matter, even a country or an economy. Now, I represent a sector called logistics, which is very much part of supply chain. And logistics internally also has got so many facets, like transportation, the traditional backbone, transportation, warehousing, express, part load, full truckload, first mile, last mile, solution designing. These are all aspects of our logistic sector. And over the period, we've been seeing a massive change, transformation taking place in this sector. Now, for organization like ICC, where they have highlighted this is most appropriate for the situation, and the notes, the tips given by the August gathering, very senior people, and obviously, you all know that how government is giving focus to this sector ever since our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi ji has come. The logistics sector has really got its due, meaning thereby once it was a sort of, not, I wouldn't call it neglected, but it never got any attention. So even we haven't got even the industry status for that. That itself shows, despite being very, very important, employing second highest number of people in the economy, like after agriculture, I believe that transportation sector, logistics sector employs highest number of people. But it never got its due recognition, and which of course this government has aptly decided, and formation of so many, Gati Shakti University, which is, the steps, like the educational courses, the infrastructure, the boost to economy, like roads, you can see ports and all everything, national logistic policy, all these are in the absolutely right direction. And to highlight such initiatives in such a forum is the right way when this industry or this supply chain will get the boost. Technology, we don't need to say anything about technology. It's evolving. Everybody, what AI and MI and machine learning and everything, everybody knows about it, but it is the use of these technologies really boosting our way of working. Now today, right from day one, we've been talking, even before Modi ji came, we used to talk in the seminars and all this, that worldwide, the logistic cost is only 8% or 9% in the developed countries, especially Europe and America. Whereas in India, it is 13%. And that itself was the biggest blockage in the growth of the country. But fortunately, because we have all seen the transition. From single track road, especially Gujarat, because we have been connected with Gujarat from 1955, we have been in this business. We have seen so many changes happening. But the rapidness of changes, which is happening right now is amazing. And I believe that it's now really exciting to work in this sector. And customer demands also, they are also facing a lot of challenges, and their demands are also rising. And because of the technology, because of the boost by the government, the infrastructure, we have been trying to cope up with the demands and improve our day-to-day working. Friends, I'll not say much about it because there are experts who can speak more about it. But still, I'm representing a traditional sector which is evolving very fast. Technology, in transportation, because we are running a transport company, traditional transport as well as evolving in the latest technology. We got all the arms, with solution designing is one of the latest arms which we have got in our kitty. We got e-com, we got warehousing, solution, supply chain, end-to-end supply chain, express, transport, PTL, FTL, everything we got in our kitty. But it's now really exciting times, that with technology coming into, because we got massive data in our day-to-day working. And naturally, data analytics is also playing a very important part. So friends, again, I'm thankful to ICC to give us an opportunity to sponsor this event. At the same time, for choosing the right subject for the discussion today. And with this, I thank you very much. And thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for the special address. So, well, next I will invite for the keynote address to Shri Shukant Mishra, the MD Octagon International FSCO, to please welcome on the stage Shri Shukant Mishra, the MD Octagon International CEO, for the keynote address of the program.
Came to Ahmedabad. Can I have a big majama from you? I'm very humbled, privileged, and honored to be here today. It's a great initiative, and thank you very much, ICC, for giving this opportunity. Mr. Agarwal, for the special mention. Yeah, indeed. And Mr. Nandish, you're not the only one today unprepared. I'm also. And in fact, I was asking Bharatji that what would I be speaking there? And it is such a interesting, burning topic. And after listening to such thoughtful, provocative, and brilliant ideas here. And more or less, we have talked about China, we have talked about UAE, and how things have progressed. So let me share my views here, guys. But before I start, I want to ask someone, if anyone can tell me when we were ahead of China in our economy. Anyone? Guys, you will be a little shocked if I tell you, in 1987, India was a bigger economy than China. And what has happened in just 35 years, that they are 6 times ahead. And then a lot of issues were discussed on the way, then the cost of the logistics, shipping industry as such, we do not recognize. And unfortunately, even on logistics sector, there is not so much of investments VC has come in. And the answer lies in detail. China today is around 20 trillion. We are at 3.45 trillion and bound to be approximately 5 trillion in next 2 years, followed by 10 trillion by 2035. So India as such is poised to grow. India is one country right now which is having an average age of 29, 450 million people below 18, 295 million children in school. So this country is a very young country, which is the biggest advantage India has over any other country in the world. So what has changed so much in just 35 years that India has lagged behind? I give an example of Dubai, as Agarwal Saab mentioned about going to UAE. When we went to UAE, I'm talking about myself in 1998, UAE was considered in Hindi picture, Dawn ki jagah hai. There was no talent, and यहाँ से इंडिया से भागेंगे और दुबई में जाकर रहेंगे. That was the whole concept of Dubai. And just in 20 years, today, Dubai is one of the most luxurious place in the world, most visited city in the world, top 10 ports in the world, top 10 port handlers in the world, one of the largest airlines in the world. A small country with 3 million local population and 10 million total population can deliver so much. I remember in 1964, Lee Kuan said to Indira Gandhi that give me one of your cities and I'll transform this into a Singapore, a world-class city. And her reply was, we don't run a grocery store. Today, we need grocery stores. So these changes, these sudden changes has brought in, these small changes has brought in such a big difference between the two countries. Another shocking news for you all here. Out of 1,000 companies in the world, 401 companies are headed by Indians. $200 billion plus exports of software, which is more than the oil exported by Saudi. We are the architects of the global IT industry. 6.3 million people work in US and IT industry, and 3 million are from there Indians. So India as a talent, India as people, knowledge, academy, we are far ahead. We were a very highly English-speaking country back in 1980s, back in 90s, and 2000. But guess what, guys? Today, we are literacy rate of 78%, whereas China is 96.4%. So these kind of changes can tell you where we are going wrong or right. Mahinder Singh ji said the cost is so high. We are the only country in the world which relies on road transport. 60% of our local transportation is road, whereas everywhere else in the world, it's rail, train. And this is the reason a good initiative India has taken in terms of freight corridors, dedicated freight corridors towards west and now towards north also. Will you be shocked if I tell you that carbon emission on trucks on the roadside is 111 grams per T kilometers, whereas the carbon emission in trains are just 11 or 12. So this is almost 10 times difference of carbon emissions. The cost is 6 times lower, and we still rely on roads. So these initiatives of Gati Shakti, and I think there is a huge budget allocation this year towards road and rail networks in India. I think 25% improvement in from the last year budget. Finally, without taking too much of your time, I would like to mention that logistics is the heart of any country's development. It is directly related to infrastructure. And if we focus on this industry and we give proper attention, I remember before pandemic, there was a lot of apprehension in terms of the online business coming in. A lot of retailers created resentments. People were very worried. But guess what? Who knew that there will be so much of employment coming in because of this in terms of the drivers, more sales of motorcycles, more delivery vehicles coming into play. So there is a loss and there is an opportunity. Everybody has talked about AI, everybody has talked about IoT, and these things will become a part of our life. And if we do not use or accept them, it will be left behind. So with this, I would like to congratulate ICC, and thank you very much, guys, for giving us this opportunity to be here. God bless. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Sri Shukant Mishra, the MD Octagon International FSCO. So, well, when sir said, Kem Cho, so when come to the region of Gujarat, जब तक ये केम छो नहीं आता तब तक हमें अच्छा नहीं लगता मजामा. So can I again ask you all people, केम छो? Very light मजामा, मतलब इतने ही मजामा हो. Let us have some voice over here. केम छो? Yeah, like this. जब मजामा बोलते हैं ना तो it comes a smile, and by seeing you all the smiley faces over here, there is a big smile on my face also. So well, moving forward, I will call over here Shri Ratnesh Nair, the Regional Director, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to give a vote of thanks to all the guests and all the speakers over here. So please welcome Shri Ratnesh Nair, the Regional Director, Indian Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Nandish Shukla, Professor Dr. Jitesh Thakkar, Mr. Madhavendra Singh, Mr. Mahinder Shah, Mr. Sukant Mishra, and Mr. D.K. Agarwal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very unfortunate that we could not have Honorable Minister Sri Balwant Singh Rajput with us today, but we do have his blessings. I would also like to acknowledge the support of our sponsors, VTrans India, APSL, Portlinks, Daily Shipping Times, and all concerned present here for this support and cooperation. A special thanks to all our speakers, panelists, and ICC Gujarat Council for their contribution in making this program a success. I think the session could successfully address the key issues and scope associated at present with regards to supply chain sector. I'd like to highlight a few salient points which I've noted. The Indian supply chain is highly diverse and dynamic, spanning across sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and service. Amid all the challenges that it faces, the supply chain industry acts as a network between producer, raw materials, market, and consumers. With advent of technology, innovation, and upgradation, the industry is becoming efficient, transparent, and cost-effective day by day with an aim to enhance resilience and streamlining operations. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are two major technologies that are revolutionizing the supply chain industry in India in recent days. Through optimizing several aspects of the supply chain, such as demand forecasting, inventory management, and logistics planning. Moreover, these technologies are enabling businesses analyze large data sets, detect patterns, and make predictions that can lead to significant cost saving and improve customer satisfaction. India may present itself as an appealing investment location for investors worldwide through its strong macroeconomic fundamentals, positive demographic dividend, improved ease of doing business, and access to resources for expanding manufacturing facilities. According to government, India is on its way to becoming a member of the international supply chain. If the potential opportunities are embraced and well thought of course of action is devised and successfully performed, it will quickly be catapulted and further development will follow. With these words, I'd like to invite all of you to this invigorating Smart Supply Chain Conclave and urge you to make the most of this engaging and networking program. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. So he was Ratnesh Nair, Regional Director from Indian Chamber of Commerce. So well, I will request to all the dignitaries on the stage, please come forward for a group photograph. So please, all the dignitaries on the stage, please come forward. We welcome all the media people who are collecting so much photographs over here. So thank you so much for coming over here.